How you doing? Welcome back to the Countdown with Dean Kirk at number 29 on my fantasy playlist, February 13, 2022. Down from number 19 was in the top 10 of my fantasy playlist. You're probably familiar with this name, with this artist, Little Nas X. That's What I Want. Definitely one of his more commercial offerings, and it's from the album called Montero. And boy, I tell you, when I did some research on this record, I forgot he did this. I forgot about this record that I just flipped over 3 or 4 years ago. It did a song called Old Town Road, going a little bit country. Little Nas X back in 2018, 2019, that Old Town Road. He did it with Billy Ray Cyrus. His rapping was fantastic. I mean, he was smoking on that record. He was badass. He's also badass on Industry Baby, too, a hit that he had last summer, also off the Montero album. The song, Old Town Road, just listening to the rap record, it was sort of nostalgic because when I was listening to Old Town Road, I was thinking about the Wild West, the Old West, you know, the shootouts and going down that old dusty road in a one-horse town. Got the Last Chance Saloon there, and somebody getting shot at or something over there, and you're going up against having to duel with somebody. You got packing your 6-shooters, packing some major heat, and it just had that vibe to it. He's a good rapper. I mean, this guy, he could rap good. He's a singer too, singing and rapping. See, the thing about this record, about Lil Nas X, his rapping, his persona is lavished with enough street creed to where he can hold on to the more harder core listeners of hip hop and yet have a huge top 10 hit. Old Town Road went to number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100. And Industry Baby, I think it went to number 1 as well. It might have gone top 10. And this record right here, That's What I Want. Boy, I tell you, it's commercial as hell. It's infectious. Very infectious. Dang, I cussed a lot in this video. Said the H word and say the A word. I hope they'll let me buy on this on YouTube. I apologize. It's just pretty excited about that record, Old Town Road, man. That was cool record. He did another harder. This one was more edgier that he did. He did one with Nas called Rodeo. Nas, a rapper going back to the 1990s. This album, his debut album, though, he departed from country. He didn't want to get typecast. Talking about Lil Nas X. He didn't want to get typecast as a country, I think they called it country trap artist. Although, man, I'd like to hear him do some more country because he was pretty authentic. I mean, he was sounding just as menacing, as bad, as forceful as John Wayne and Clint Eastwood on that record. And that's just something about his voice that just got that edge, that hip hop edge. And but he wanted to up his R&B and pop credentials a little bit. He wanted to move more into an R&B hip hop direction. Now you got the pop side that appealed to him. You got Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus they like, and you got and that's the pop side. The hip hop side, you got Nicki Minaj and Drake, and he just threw it all together on this album. And boy, some major talent on this album. I mean, we're not talking about one person anymore. We're talking about a team that collaborate on this album, Montero. There's a subtitle to the album, but I didn't get that down. One of the co-writers of this song, the co-writers of this record, That's What I Want, Ryan Tedder of One Republic. Frontman, I believe, of One Republic. You might not have heard of Ryan Tedder, but boy, he's been banging it up behind the scenes. He's written songs he's co-written songs like Halo by Beyonce, Rumor Has It by Adele, and Burn by Ellie Goulding. He wrote that. And a producer named Amr Fede, a producer, he collaborated. Lil Nas X collaborated with him. Amr Fede, he's worked with what's his name? 24K Golden, had that song Mood, another catchy record that was a huge hit in 2021. And this guy worked with Kid Leroy, Stay, And I can't remember that slow song that kid Leroy did. I think it was called Without You or something that was huge for him. But this producer, Amor Fetty, worked with him. He worked with Lil Nas X on this album, Ryan Tedder on this album as well. And, well, I mean, when you're working with people like that, you're going to come out with some hit records. You're going to come out with, the hits. And let me collect my thoughts. There was something else. There's a couple other things. The video features him falling in love with a football player. And the priest is played by Billy Porter, who makes a cameo appearance. This song is about hooking up with somebody. Trying to hook up with somebody, a platonic, a physical, maybe a soulmate of sorts, a relationship, but almost impossible to do so in the COVID era because the distancing, social distancing, 6 feet apart, quarantining, and lockdowns. How can you form an intimacy when you have to stand 6 feet apart? It's just the frustrations of trying to form a relationship, you're just stressed out. Man, I need somebody to comfort me, but I just can't find that person because of these constraints imposed by COVID. At least that's my understanding from researching this record by Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X. I believe that's all I got to say about it. I tell you, that's what I want. It's got a shimmering guitar that just floods right over the rhythm track of this record. Well, it bops right along with it, and it's just one catchy record. And it was a hit record. It was a hit on my fancy playlist, although it's dropped down to number 29 on my fancy playlist, February 13th, 2022. It is Lil Nas X with That's What I Want on Dean Kirk's Countdown.